Okay, give me a second. I need to fetch my body that's not currently here. Is it this? Okay, it's this. Hello there, everyone, and welcome. Hello there, Vlad. Vladsa. Today we have tortilla. Ooh, nice, nice. Also, woke up focus. You're now untired and happy. That's a very interesting spell. It's funny that it doesn't rhyme. So, welcome everyone to something that's gonna be a little bit of a project of mine for a while. It's probably gonna be in multiple parts, and well, I'll go to the exact how this all began in a second. So, it all began as many interesting stories begin these days over on Twitter, where someone was arguing that Souls-like games are not RPGs, and I disagreed with that quite a bit. Now there were a few people agreeing and a few people disagreeing, but one of them did catch my eye a little bit, and it's a comment from my friend Echo. And he said, let me just find it, but yeah, he basically said that he finds it hard to see them as RPGs and more of a hack and slash type of deal. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna prove you that it is an actual full-fledged RPG. Souls-likes in general. And for the test subject, we have Dark Souls 3, which I would say is by far one of the most typical of Souls-likes. It also has some very good variety that will serve us well. And the way that I shall be proving that it is in fact an RPG is by doing a few styles somewhat similar / reminiscent of another YouTube content creator, Just Background Noise, who has some very funny stuff. Highly recommend him. But he does stuff like finishing Skyrim only with staffs, or doing a lot of Skyrim stuff from what I've seen. And just a lot of challenge runs essentially. So I'm going to be doing something similar in this one. I will be playing through Dark Souls 3 as close as humanly possible to a few of the D&D classes. And I have a rulebook right here for the run. And I will proceed to explain a few caveats here. So, first rule that I have, if it's possible to how do I word this one? What I essentially want to say is, if it's possible for me to cast a spell and I'm a sorcerer, mage, whatever I am at the time, then I should be using spells. So if it's possible to cast spells, I should. If I run out of mana, if it will be treated as me running out of spells. So if I'm out of mana, or focus points, I do believe it's called here, FP. So if out of FP, acted as if out of spell slots. One thing that I'm not allowed to do, I am not allowed to do the thing where it's like, oh, I'm a mage, but I'm also this and this and this and this. No. If I'm gonna be a mage, I'm gonna be a pure mage. So I'm gonna attempt a build that is the purest expression of the D&D class. Oh god. Hello there, Nox. Once, the Lord of Light banished the dark and all distinct from humanity, and men assume a fleeting form. These are the roots of our world. Men are props on the stage of life, and no matter how tender, how exquisite, a lie will remain a lie. Hold on, wrong Dark Souls. Yep, that is the wrong one. Also, I'm very quiet. Hold on. That should not be the case. Hold on. I did mess up my whatchamacallit, the setup a little bit. Okay, I think that should be a bit better. Is it better? Please do let me know. Like VR chart is like 1%. Yeah, it's good now. Okay, okay. But yeah, I do have a few other things here that I wanna check. Which one is this one? That's the Dell. Yeah, I need it. So I'm gonna move this over here for a second. So we have right here the rules for Dungeons and Dark Souls. So rules: if it's possible to cast spells, I should. If out of it, be active if out of spell slots. What other rules should I have here, chat? Well, let me just get this so I can read the chat while I make the rules. So, one more. I should... So the build should be as close as possible to the D&D class I'm currently on. Okay. What else? Oh, I actually know a good one. Items can be used if it makes sense. So for example, I won't be making it too easy on myself. I won't be doing like a poison dagger build while I'm being a mage. No, that's safe for when I'm a rogue or a thief. Can't remember, was it thief or rogue in D&D? I think it was rogue, right? Or was it thief? It might have been a thief. Regardless. Anything else? What would count as a win for a run? Do I go to the DLCs as well, or do I just go to the base game? What do you think? Because I'm fairly certain I can probably do the DLCs as well, but that will take time. Like, that will take a lot of time. Do I want to do the DLC? Yeah, I can get to... Yeah, you know what? For now, I may come back to it. Clear the base game. There we go. Actually, this should be in win conditions. Win conditions. Clear the base game. Okay, what else? Now, do keep in mind, Nox, I have played the game. I have played multiple runs of it. This is not my first rodeo with it. However, I am trying to prove that Dark Souls is an RPG. As such, I will be going through it as if I'm a D&D character. Because what better way to play a character, right? So that's the entire point of this series that I'm going to be starting today. I want to prove that Dark Souls and Soulslikes are in fact an RPG, and that if people would just stop playing the knight or the samurai with the funny swords, they would realize that as well, and I wouldn't have to make the series in the first place. I say that as if I didn't want to return to the game. I wanted an excuse to return to the game. Okay. So, win conditions clear the base game. Items can be used if it makes sense. The build should be as close as possible to the D&D class I'm currently on. If out of it, act as if out of spell slots. Yeah, so I can get a feel of the challenge. True, true. I can always go back after beating the initial game and go for the DLC, so that's also an option. But for now, it's gonna be clear the base game. Maybe the DLCs. There we go. That I'll have it like that. What else? Ooh, I have a good one. And this is actually the perfect game for it, but armor should match the class. So I won't be able to just cheese away some of the things that I could be doing in this. What else? Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea that might bite me in the backside, actually. So, okay, it will probably have to start with the next stream. But what if I made it so I would have to roll a virtual dice, or maybe I'll get a real dice, we'll see. And chat is allowed to roll against me, and to see if I'm allowed to do quests or whatnot, or if I just go more murder hobo style. Like every time I interact with an NPC, I'll have to make a roll if my interaction will succeed or if something else happens. Would that make things a bit more interesting? What do you think? Because a lot of the quests and storylines in Dark Souls 3 can change a fair amount depending on your actions, including killing or not killing NPCs. Like, you don't attack the enemy if it hasn't attacked it. Nah. We are not doing that. If I see the enemy, it is going down. Now, granted, it has been years, so I'm fairly certain I've forgotten at least some of the places the enemy would be at. We will see. I'll have to play around a little bit with that one. But for the most part, if I see the enemy, it's on sight. Although, actually no, you know what? Verify intent of NPCs. I'm gonna add that to the list. So yeah. So now I'll actually have to make sure that the NPCs are hostile before I try attacking them normally. Unless they look like literal monsters, in which case I think I should be allowed to just go fireball, if that makes sense. What else? So, verify intent of NPCs, armor should match the class, items can be used if it makes sense, build should be close as possible. If it's possible to cast spells, I should. What else should I have for this? Ooh, how do I treat the spells? Like, do I treat them as completely different schools? Like, let's say I treat prayers as holy and the cleric stuff, and I treat this sorcery as magic stuff. Oh look, he's called the Lord of Sin. I'm sorry, he's pretty friendly. Nah. If I see the boss, like, let's be honest, the bosses are exempt to the rule. Hold on, let me add that. Bosses are on site, there we go. What the... Hello, don't ask about the username. Okay, I'm not gonna ask. Hold on a second. Oh, wait. It's Yuko. Okay. I was about to say, wait a second, who lost the bet or something for that to be the name? Enjoy your lurk, Yuko. You have several questions. If it's about the name of the person who is currently lurking, I would ask you to refrain those questions, hold them in, stuff them somewhere down into the deepest corners of your mind, and just have them be forgotten. If it's anything else, though, I'm right here and I'm willing to listen. Okay, so that should be it, I think. You didn't even lose a bet, you just did because you were bored. The two of us have very different ideas about being bored and how to get out of boredom. I will say that much. Anyhow, if that is all of the rules, if no one has any interesting additions they might want to make right here and now, I think I'll be starting the game. Okay, it's actual lurk time. Good luck, have fun. Thank you, Yuko. Enjoy your lurk. Am I trying to design an RPG? No. So, quick story. There was an argument on Twitter, and a friend of mine brought an interesting argument that he will, or a suggestion rather, they will. Oh, hello there. Might want to zoom in on the dog. Can't see a thing. Hold on. How do I do this again? There we go. I hope that's better. Hello there, Echo. Speaking of how this all started. Hello there, Echo. So, as I previously said, Echo has dared me to prove that soulslikes are an RPG, kind of, sort of. I basically dared myself based on his comments, so here we are. He did provide the name of the series though, Dungeons and Darksouls. So I will be going through Darksouls as various D&D classes, to prove that Darksouls is in fact an RPG and not just a hack and slash. So, with that being said, oh boy. Yeah, they are very similar to D&D campaigns. I'm fairly certain I can make something work out. Yeah, you never proved anything. I mostly decided on my... I corrected myself, thank you very much. But yeah, your comment was the initial spark for the idea. And you have to admit to that one. But yeah, so far, these are the rules that I currently have. If you have any additions that would help you accept the RPG-ness of Souls-likes, now is your time to shine. Okay, have fun. You don't have anything interesting to add. Okay then. Thank you for being here, Yuko, and enjoy your lurk. But yeah, for the most part, I've singled out a few rules for, like, general rules. If it's possible to cast spells, I should. So, if I'm a spellcaster, I should use spells. I shouldn't just pick up a sword and whack at people. Gonna be productive, not gonna be a fun lurk. Well, sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. You have a global suggestion, okay. I'm all ears, go ahead. Or all eyes in this case. I did mention that at least starting next stream, I want to see how to better implement it. I need to think on it a little bit more. But I want the chat to be allowed to decide on my story runs. If I plan multiple runs, make one the pacifist run and another the murder hobo run. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, yeah, I think I can do that. I think I can figure something out there. Even as a pacifist run, though, I would have to kill a few enemies just because that's the only way to get past the bosses. Yeah, we need to capture the full range, of course, of course. Honestly, the pacifist one might be the most hellish of them all. Not gonna lie. But we'll need to decide on the rules for that when we get there. And hello there, Aries. Thank you for the stretch. What is going on? So, I will be going to Dark Souls 3 currently. Just the third one. Maybe the others as well in the future. To prove that Dark Souls is in fact an RPG. So, hell. Yeah. It's gonna be hell for someone, and it's, spoiler, it might not be me. But yeah, I will be going to Dark Souls 3 as various D&D classes. Currently I'm thinking of starting one with Wizard, like just the basic Wizard. We'll just be Wizard, if that makes sense. And also when playing a room, you have to steal as much loot as possible, thief style. Okay, okay. So let me just copy that when playing as Rogue. Actually, wait. So playing Rogue, be a loot goblin. Okay. Actually, class specific challenges could be neat. Yeah, you know what? I think so as well. You need your own reason to kill the bosses. True, true. So, okay, I'm gonna add a few things that come to mind. Again, sorry for the how impromptu and how on the spot this is. We might only get a little bit of the game today, but I do believe this is an important part of it, especially since it will end up being the cornerstone for all future runs. So when playing a rogue, be a loot goblin. Actually, wait, I'm gonna have class challenges. Actually, class gameplay choices. Let's have it like that. For rogue, when playing a rogue, be a loot goblin. Use stealth as much as possible. Okay, I think those are fairly good roguish ideas. What else? For our wizard, obtain as many spells as possible. I think that's a fair request. Raven, hello there. Oh guys, you hate Silksong and think Dark Souls 3 is a good idea. Raven, I don't know how to tell you. Silksong is so much harder than Dark Souls. I will fight people blindfolded in the arena in Dark Souls. If needed. Oh god, I just saw the redeem. Stop playing a wizard from SDR wizard. Want to learn? Yeah, I just had it. Learn as many, obtain as many spells as possible. Oh god, what is this? Rejoice, for the Prince of Scorching Embers and Mischief makes a return. The torn pages of the Akashic Records once more in his grasp. The page now rewritten reads: The Ashen One, a peculiar flame, will now read out their spells before casting them. God damn it! Yes, I do not want Silksong. I quit Silksong. Look, I have played Dark Souls 3 dodgeless. Dodgeless. Let me put that in brackets. Without dodging. It was easier than Silksong. A sword, on the other hand, might go full McQueen and focus on one specific school of magic. Wait, I actually have an idea for the sorcerer one. Give me a bit. sorcerer. Okay, focus on one branch of spells. What else? I'm gonna add that wizard can only use daggers and staffs. Look, don't get me wrong, I love Silksong. I truly do think it's a good game. The difficulty in it, however, is absolute bull, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Yeah, essentially a Gandalf cosplayer, except I'm not giving them the sword. I would have thought the only melee weapon a wizard can have is a book. Not quite, not quite. Wizards can have a lot of varied weapons, honestly. But for the sake of the run, I'm only keeping the wizards to the dagger and staffs. Sorcerers will focus on one branch of spells, rather. So for example, I will be able to use all of the... whatchamacallit? There was a name for this. It's been so long I don't remember the names of the spells. This is gonna go great, I can already tell. But yeah, there are branches of spells. For example, there's Magic Missile, there's Crystal Magic Missile, Crystal Magic Lance, stuff like that. And they're part of the same thing. Or you can go Farron Dagger, Farron Longsword, Farron Greatsword, stuff like that for spells. I'll see about the sorcerer run after we do the wizard one, because I feel like this one is a lot more possible with the limited knowledge that I still have remaining in the brain about the game after years of not playing it. And yeah, the staff will shoot out very pretty lights. Sorcerers can only use daggers and staves as well. Okay, I'm gonna put that for sorcerers as well. There we go. Okay, so I think we have a few objectives for rogue, for wizard, for sorcerer. I firmly believe warrior is the one class I do not have to play to prove that it's an RPG, simply because 90% of Dark Souls players play as a goddamn warrior. I don't need to prove that part, I hope. I don't know why, but we just... the thought of the stag. No wizards there. Those are your overall mages. Also can use something like enchanted swords. Yeah, they do have a spellblade class, if I remember, or something like that as an advanced class. That is partly the thing that I'm thinking of going when I do the sorcerer run. But I'm trying to think, do we add anything more right now, or is this good enough for the moment? For now we're fine, I think. Okay. So, recap. The rules. If it's possible to cast spells, I should. If I'm out of FP, act as if I'm out of spell slots. The build should be as close as possible to the D&D character I'm currently on, so you won't be seeing me play the mage with like 40 HP. That's not happening. I wish I could, but Yeah, that is not happening, unfortunately. Also don't want to backseat the framework. Of course, of course. There's also the Warlock, but I don't know how I'm going to fix the patron part of it. I actually have a great idea for that one, but I'm gonna need everyone in chat to really lock in for the Warlock. Like, for the Warlock, I'm really gonna need chat to lock in. Like, when we get to that, if we go that far, it will probably be among the last one, but if we go that far, I'm gonna need everyone in chat to lock in for the Warlock. Because my plan, I did think about it a little bit, my plan for the Warlock is to just have chat. Yes, you will be the patron. I plan to do, for the Warlock, I plan to do a little bit of a modded run, so chat will be able to just give me stuff. Or take it away. So that is going to be an interesting run, for sure. But yeah, that one will be a little bit of an extra if we get that far. That's my plan for it. Yeah, crowd control Darksouls. That will basically be it. That's not gonna end well. I know, I'm aware. Hey, look, not all campaigns end with the characters winning. Sometimes you get a full total party wipe. You get a TPK, and that's fine. That can happen. My patron is a mix of Siege and Gorat. Yep. Yeah, that sounds accurate. That sounds accurate. Okay. So, with all of these rules in check, I'm just gonna make sure I save them somewhere. Now I'll just have them over on the desktop for easy access. Rules of D and D and S. There we go. You'll just be a bored corn in the corner. Yeah, a warlock patron with multiple, warlock with multiple patrons. That's essentially the plan I have for that one, if we get that far. Okay, I think that should be it. I think it should be done. Let me just launch the game and see if everything works as it should. Also, I'm gonna take chat from here to here so I can actually see all of you. Okay, and this one here. And let's jump over to the game. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, it's been so long. Although I think the music is actually a little bit more much. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. You would think I haven't played the game going by just these characters, but I deleted the other ones. Because my saves got corrupted a few times. God, the music is giving you both chills and PTSD. Oh, have you played Dark Souls, Ares? Because it's a game I do appreciate. But yeah, we shall be doing a new game.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones.
Years ago when you were young and naive. Ooh, interesting.
When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves.
The entire series is such a
Aldrich,
it's like Star.
Saint of the Deep.
It's rare to see a series that's so consistent.
Farron's Undead Legion.
Ooh, these guys are so gonna be a bit, I just realized. Oh boy. Yeah. Bring blood
And the reclusive
cowards.
lords of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones.
You forgot the last giant was in this. That is not the last
And
giant.
the unkindled
Or is it?
will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Yeah, you got the DS2 mixed up. It's all good. Okay. Last night. No, this is not what we will be using. We are a mage, so we will be going sorcerer. Because that is essentially the mage here. If anything, the pyromancer would be more sorcerer, I believe. D and D. There we go. The end Dark Souls whiz. As for the burial gift, I've actually been thinking about this for a little bit. And honestly, I'm gonna go with the Black Firebomb simply because I'm not certain if it's possible for me to beat the first boss without them. Nothing will ever be the heart attack if you discover a world near for the first time. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a solid jump scare, I would say. been so long. Okay, so I already started with 2 spells. Alright. This is just so we're clear, this is just my scroll of fireball for all intents and purposes. Something, welcome to the backlogs. Yep. I do have this ring which boosts sorcery, so that's nice. However, due to the rules, if I can use a spell, I should. That's the way forward, I think. Or here's the way to death. Or no, this is not the way to death. Later is the way to death. I don't know how I got here. I don't know who I am. All I know is that I must cast spells. Hello, good sir. Are you? Oh, I see. Soul arrow. Also, I just remembered that I have to say the spells. Are there any explosive potions in D&D? Yes, there are. I'm fairly certain. I don't know. Now, it depends on which version of D&D we are talking about. But I know for a fact there are bombs in D&D 3.5, I want to say. I know for a fact they are there. Because you see them in Neverwinter and a few other places. But yeah, if I use the firebombs, I'll just say fireball. It's my scroll of fireball, okay? I just happen to have a few scrolls of fireball with me. It's fine. Ashen Estus Flask. Okay, so now I can lightly recover some of my spells. Okay, that person is definitely hostile. Soul arrow. Oh, soul arrow. Soul arrow. Okay, so far so good. It's wizard time, motherfucker. Fireball. Turn back. But you see, in the pursuit of knowledge, I must go to forbidden places where I really shouldn't be at the time. I'm sure it will be fine. Oh, that's a monster. Soul arrow. 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 Ah. I need a quick rest there. Soul arrow. 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 Soul arrow Another soul arrow. Okay, I'm certain I can do this maybe. Okay. Backup weapon was successful. Oh god, it kind of reminded you of the beacons in Enfield, especially the first one you see off the cliff. Jump below, good stuff! Gonna be teaching a new hunter the ways of a Stora. Ooh. Good luck with that one indeed. Sadly no spells. My search for knowledge continues. Okay, so I can whack people with the stick, that's good to know. And I love this view. Such a nice view. Oh, that. Wait, it's F? Okay, F to dual wheel, good to know. Okay. I've learned how to rest. Soul arrow. I'm afraid I'm low on trust after the previous instances. I do see loot, which I do require. Not a spell though, unfortunately. Oh my god, the range of this is so bad. Cleric Sacred Tribe, ooh. Maybe some potential spells, perhaps. Behold the might of my stick. That looks a bit dangerous. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. More firebombs. Excellent. Hello, there's just one. Oh. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Okay, they are not friendly, noted. I'll take a little bit of a rest here. And now... Yeah, I don't want none of this smoke. And honestly, I'm not sure I do either. Let's see. The golden age, only dream and aspire. hell was to be accepted in the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Alas, his request was denied time and time again on the basis of low spell knowledge. He met his death before reaching his goal, but so strong was his desire that even the afterlife could not keep him forever. He rises again to do what he swore he would do countless years ago. Yep, I need to legalize nuclear bombs, obviously. I need to fulfill the dream of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I need to acquire the bombs and legalize, make them legal. That is why I'm on the path to becoming a lord. Oh, this can only go very, very well, I'm sure. Soul arrow, soul arrow, soul arrow, soul arrow. Soul arrow, soul arrow, soul arrow. Wait, was magic always this strong? He's almost dead. Soul arrow, soul arrow. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Was magic this strong last time I played, or am I misremembering things? Because that was easy. Well, I'm gonna complain. Never not complaining about that. Very happy with it, in fact. God, this view. I miss this view in this game in general. Yeah, I felt that bit anticlimactic. I'm fueled by Shadow Wizard Money Gang, exactly. This wizard was sponsored by Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. However, I'm fairly certain all of my joy will not last very long as we go on. Hello, good sir. Would you mind telling? No? Okay. Soul arrow, soul arrow, soul arrow, and soul arrow. Almost bow. Oh, hello there, people. Soul arrow, soul arrow. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. And soul arrow. How safe is this place? Is it see? Use a bit of a guard railing or something? That was close, that was close. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Off you go, little doggy. Off you go. That's a number. The parts doesn't need to be acquired. God, I remember the first time I walked in here and that popped up and I lost my mind being like, oh my god, it's the Firelink Shrine. And then I immediately saw that body up there and I wanted to figure out how to get there. It's good that he's becoming the new Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Yes, I'm the first founder of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. You have found the secret. The bonfire will deliver thee to a water. Oh, hello there.
Oh, thou unkindled, and a seeker of lords.
Yes, I seek the lords of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse, this sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look.
And I'm trying, but the game isn't.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is. I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus.
Okay.
Knowest thou of 5 Now.
Greetings, fair maiden. Now kiss the king. Ew. Oh. That's not how that goes. Where did that come from?
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame.
Like if I'm going to kiss anyone, I would rather kiss her. But still, no.
The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Yes,
Very
and now
well.
we can level
Then
up.
touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls. Let these souls be free from
Okay, I do believe intelligence is what we want right now. We want to be the very image of a mage who really should not be doing what I'm doing right now. Okay, maybe 23.
Farewell, Ash, may the flames guide thee.
I remember how disappointed I was that I couldn't use the sword. Ah, good times. Wife, easy wife. Madame, you can tend to your flame, please. Lady, he stop us respectfully and disrespectfully. Okay, okay. All of you, relax, calm down. The lady shall be respected, never disgraced. And if you know where the respected, never disgraced line comes from, we are friends.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine.
This was the biggest lie told in the entire series. Humble handmaid survives the end of time. Backwards.
Lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me, as is thy wont.
Yes, in fact it is. Do you have spells? Yes, you do. You actually do. You have the Fire and Dark, which is exactly what I want to give that here. And you also have the Heal Aid. I mean, I'm a wizard. I won't say no to any spell.
Ashen One,
I want, instead of heavy soul arrow, I want the Farron Dart. I need a faster basic attack like this. It's not as strong, but it's a lot more spammable. You say relax, but this will have you be you when you play a bard. You say that, Echo. However, I can be a bard without seducing a single person. All I have to do is sing for it. Also, no one said I had to be a good bard. So you guys don't know what you're asking for by making me play the bard. Older guy, and now you're being a wingman. Trust it'll work. Older guys, you know, simp for the firekeeper, you included. Lol, no I can't. Watch me. Witness me. You shall at one point behold the most simplest, no, not simplest, what's the word I'm looking for? The most chaste, prim and proper bard in the history of D&D and RPGs alike. When I play this as a bard. Although, if I really want to play a bard, there is a different Souls-like that I really want to do for that one. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, Andre.
Well, I am as are your toils. Let me.
Have the souls or the Titan shop for this, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Pretty big, I don't.
Actually, there's something.
Tis good, wasn't he?
A lot as this.
Pretty big, I don't want.
High wall lockpick. Sing the Romanian national anthem. And are we gonna hear you sing it? Yes, yes. You will hear me literally perform for it. There's no lock on which Dark Souls I play. Okay, okay. The problem is I was thinking of a different Souls-like that's not Dark Souls. That's the slight issue I have here. It's still a Souls-like, but it's definitely more Bard-like. In fact, it's so Bard-like, I can sing my way to the end game. Also, Ilade, she just made the first in the game. He's terrified. Nice. Sure, sure. Wait. Did you figure out which game I'm thinking of, Echo? Because there is a game where I can sing my way into the end game, the end of the game. With a lute, no less. Which game would it be? Okay, so it's Mortal Shell. As long as I can get a lute and play it enough times, and get to a certain point, I can basically force an end game, which is one of the joke endings of the game, where you just sit around, you decide you don't want to do the quest anymore, you just sit around with a friend, you share some soup, as if the name told me anything. I'm fairly certain you saw me play it a while ago. That's all I had. I played it way back when. It was one of the Souls-likes that I played, and I'm fairly certain you saw some of it at least. But yeah, it happened. I was like, you know what happens if I just sit here and sing for a little bit? And just as I was about to move, the cutscene started playing, and I finished the game like that. I would still need to get to the point where I find the one friendly enemy, quote unquote. I would need to get him something to cook for both of us, and I would still need to play the loot and find the loot to begin with. But I could do it. Just to play the Bard, like the full Bard experience. But until that point, I want to lock. It's been too long. I could definitely go over there. But do I want? Do I feel confident? No, not really actually. There is one enemy there, I think. Everything is good, sir. No. Denied. But I forgot how good the dragon looks. Like, it's decrepit, it's a corpse, but it looks so damn good. He just met Angela. You're crying at him panicking. Can I actually play the loot? No, it's basically use item as far as I remember. You do play it better the more you use the item. I might also be remembering it wrong, but I'm fairly certain that's how it goes. Like it's far closer to a emote that I have to find. Oh my. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. And soul arrow. Hello, good sir. Would you... Oh. Soul arrow. And soul arrow. More firebombs, those will be useful at a later date. Sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. Whew. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Maybe I'm catching a cold. I hope not. It would also be really out off season for me to catch a cold, so yeah. Oh, hello there. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Oh, that's bad. Soul arrow. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Okay, this might be where I die. My first death. Yep. That was the moment to strike. Thank you for the blessing, Echo. It's off season to snow outside, but it still bloody happened. Yep. It definitely is. You were friendly. Wait, no, you were not friendly. I think that's what it's fine. Okay. Well, as a seasoned scholar of a wizard, I have determined that this is a mimic, and I want no part of it. I may have one of the things that are out there. There's no sorcerer nearby. Please not burn me to a crisp. Oh, that was a big one. Okay, fine. Calm. There you go. Cut that out, so well, at least I'm in a place where my souls will be easy to get, hopefully. I'm just a little bit crispy, you know. What's a Dungeon and Dragon session without a dragon, right? Here, yes. I would say the fact that I still have some game knowledge to an extent is definitely helping out here. Like it's putting in some serious work for me. Actually, now that I think about it and look at it, I wonder if we'll ever get a skin that's similar to this for the PoE dragon. Because I feel like it would fit quite nicely, in fact. Come on. Soul arrow. There we go. I don't think I have the key for this one. Yeah, not yet. Okay, I cast Fireball. Soul arrow. Soul arrow. Ooh, the mail break. Is that the first upgrade I have? Oh no, it's what I already started with. Oh well. Well, this is locked currently. We have to return for our rat friend over there. You know, you're kind of some mad dexterity checks on this wizard. Look, the dexterity checks are not part of the dodges, okay? Oh god, I just picked up a buster sword. You know, you're kind of getting sleepy, so you'll do what you haven't done in a long time. Lie down and put headphones on so you can keep listening. Okay, thank you for that one, Echo. Play League of Legends. No! Not the League! Anything but the League of Legends. Spare us. At least wait until I get to a rogue build to mention League, okay? Because we're gonna have to get it into some toxic stuff then. Hi, hello. Nope. You don't need to bother yourself with me. I'm already out. The rogue taught me well. Oh, hi. You're still alive. Huh. That actually scared me a little bit. Okay, it'll be all for now. Good luck and see you all. Yep. Oh yeah, we'll play Leading One today with Rika. Yep. In exchange for her playing Guild Wars. So yep, that is the deal. What then? Reflex saving throws, not sure if it I know from that either. No, this is a knowledge. This is a knowledge saving throw. Because I have knowledge, I have gained knowledge of the game. That's how that works. As a special caveat, I'm allowed to make dex saves with my knowledge modifier. And that one is quite high. I do not want to mess with you right now, sir. So, do like Markiplier and you do you, I'll do me, and we won't do each other probably. That would be great. Let's see if I can manage to unlock the checkpoint here. I just realized this isn't even a safe checkpoint for me right about now. Also, at worst case scenario, we'll just say that I multi-class into Thief, okay? Just a smidge. Just to get the dagger proficiency and the dodge. why. Game. Wait, switch action. Why can I not rest? Oh, there we go. Now I can. Travel to Firelink Shrine.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's.
So my heart's
Very
desire
well.
is
Then touch the darkness
more spell
within me.
slots. Many more
Take
spell
nourishment.
slots. So that means attunement, I believe.
Farewell, Ashne the Flame.
And yes, I know I can just sell them to the maiden. It's faster that way. But shush. This is just how I do things.
Welcome home, speak then. Very well, then touch the take nourishment.
Let's go 1 point and... No, I'll take 1 point in health. I think at level 14 I can afford to have 1 extra point of health, right?
Farewell, Ashne the Flame.
Hello there, friend.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots. Don't you think?
Well, I would say we can do a little bit better than that.
What a sick joke. Asking us. We're talking true.
Anyone else around here who is not as pessimistic about our task? Maybe not yet. Oh, I remember how hard it was before to do the tree skip here. Can I do it? Can I? Is it even possible, or did they patch it out? Oh, they did not patch it out. I just have to do it right. Almost. There we go. Damn, that was a lot easier than I remembered it. Oh, hello there, sir. God, this guy used to be the bane of everyone. Like, they saw that katana and they were like, yep, I need it. Meanwhile, the AI is fairly easy. You can just be in a place you can't reach and just spam him with spells. go there and get it. I can do that a bit later. Now that he is dead. Also, I can't even use it, so why would I?
You... Me, pickled pea. Me, bumperum.
Oh, DS2 shard. I knew I forgot something important.
You...
Aha. Oh my god, I could have had this the entire time. I'm so stupid. Okay. I could have had so many more souls. I feel so dumb. Come on, let me in. I never understood why the fog gate appears here. Like, it's not even a proper fog gate, it's just there for seemingly no reason. Where did you... Oh wait, I know exactly where you came from, now I remember. You were around this area, I believe. Yeah, it's all coming back to me slowly but surely. Slowly but surely we are getting there.
Welcome home. Speak then. Very well. Then touch the take nourishment.
What else I want? What is vitality? Equip load. I don't need that. I don't need strength. Faith is kinda eh. Mortalment.
Farewell, Asher, may the flame.
I wanna see that MP bar go very, very high. Or let me find the wall in peace. You almost have Pikachu. That's stupid, just a little smooth brained. Right, sure. That's what I'll let the Swordmaster believe. In the afterlife. And in the next cycles. Okay. That's fine. Me not using the S2 shard to get another S2 flask, that's less fine, but I'll find a way to manage it. Sorry everyone, I have a meeting with a friend of ours. Do I know him as the Mad Dog? Or Fort? And I forgot to swap to the other arrow. Okay, this might be hard. This might be hard, I'm not gonna lie. Oof. Just realized your best friend bought the Iceborne DLC on your shared copy. Ooh boy, yeah, you have a lot of content to go to. What is this damage? Okay, I'm fairly certain magic was not this overpowered when I played it the last time. Like, full on disclaimer, I'm certain magic was not this busted back then. Like, back in my old age. When I played this. It was good, it was not this good. Jesus Christ. That's actually terrifying. Okay, yeah, sure. Good old Ward. You missed his team. I miss his weapon. Like, I'm so happy Nightrain added the nun that has his weapon. I don't know, there's just something about Vort's weapon that really feels nice to use for me. Like, it just has a lot of oomph behind it. And it's far faster than it should be, in my opinion. I got the helmet. I can't use it though because of my own rules. God damn it. Solar. 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 I think he just gave up at the end there. Okay, so far so good. Hello there, Miss Dancer.
Ah, The wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothrika. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. To their journey homes, converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed. This farewell gift, it is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers, then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits.
I wonder how many people actually do the Way of the Blue these days.
What is wrong? Are you not a Lord Seeker? Is this not the calling of your kind? What is wrong? Is this...
No, the calling of my kind is magic, and it always shall be. In absence of that, I will be taking the flag and I'll be off. No. That one knight is a problem. Still is, ever will be. Mostly because of the damage he can do. But now we can proceed ahead. However, I do believe I'll be ending it here, simply because I do have a few things that I want to handle for other streams, for future content, and a lot of things I have to manage in general. So, I will be ending it here for today. Next time, hopefully I'll remember to fix the camera and a few other things that I do have to fix. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. It's going places, that's all I'll say for now. Magic is a lot stronger than I thought. So, this first one might be over faster than I thought. If anything, it actually makes me a little concerned for other Magic teams runs. Because I don't want it to be too easy, to the point where I'm like, do I even need to level up? Should I add that as a condition for a while? Always rely on Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Yeah, indeed. So, let's see who I should raid, because it's been a while since I raided someone. Might as well. Who is doing some interesting stuff? Let's see. Let's see. Let's check this one. Oh, they're just ending. Okay, never mind. I'm actually having trouble deciding who to raid here. Well, what is this person doing? You know what? I don't think I've raided Yomi before, and she is a lovely person. So let's just go see Yomi play with Legos, shall we? Deck building and a few other things. That sounds like a good time. So how did this work again? Brain, please. Yomi Queenly. There we go. We'll just start the raid here. So, everyone gather around. It's time to raid not a dungeon, but a stream. So, without any further ado, let us raid a certain very impish fella. A very impish gal, if you will. A tiefling, even. So, in 3, 2, and 1. And goodbye, YouTube, as well.